either. Black girl magic is natural.
I'm so sorry for scaring you. Forgive my white hair, but nothing to see here. Just some heavily indoctrinated biracials. Don't take their words serious. So much in danger. You understand? It's a, what do they call it? A conglomerate of pygmies. Hey, don't worry, it's not that serious. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Why is no one asking the questions about who are these people? Why are they dressed like that? What kind of hair braiding routine? Or like, is it? Do you have to have your hair braided and then put it into a bun of some sort? Is that like a requirement to be in whatever group they're in?
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome to the channel. I do hope you decide to subscribe, join the happy family, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you for stopping by once again. So today we're going to be talking about another podcast. You know, now that I think about it, podcasts always seem to get people in trouble. I think there's just something about podcasts. I don't know, people get too comfortable. It's like they almost forget that they are being filmed and that you have to be careful the kind of things you say when you're on a public platform, right? So this is another podcast that has sort of come under fire because they said something again addressed to Black women. And before we get into it, my usual disclaimer. Please, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Do not go searching out anybody that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comment, threats, or violence. This channel does not support any of that. So let's just go right ahead and, let's check out the clip.
I just wish the Black woman knew, like, you don't gotta wear wigs to be beautiful. You don't have to wear eyelashes to be beautiful. Like, eyebrows. Like, you don't need all that. You're beautiful, like, just the way you are. And that's not Black girl magic either. Black girl magic is natural. Like, it looks way better.
Yeah. I also think that they've talked themselves into, and they can't talk themselves out of, I think they know that being natural and being with no makeup and all this stuff is beautiful, but they've been told and they've been shown, like, this is beautiful.
They've just been
so
shown
they can't get their mind off of it.
They just want to fit in.
That's true. I mean, that's what everybody's doing, right?
Because even, like, we've never grown up with wigs. We've never grown up with fake eyelashes. And in our minds, we know natural, we know
We've
it's
always
beautiful.
been natural, right?
We know it's the way to go. But we're still affected by it. We're still like,
and imagine if we hadn't grown up this way, how affected we'd be by it. Like if it was our moms doing it, or our sisters, or our best friend at school, like that would be, how do you even fight that alone?
There's just so many things. First of all, I felt like we're being talked about behind our backs because I don't see any monoracially presenting Black person there. It's like they're talking about Black women behind their backs. That's what I was feeling like, number one. Number two, did anything strike you about the way they look? First of all, they are all biracial, or I don't know, multiracial, whatever it is, but I know they are not monoracial Black people. Secondly, the way they were dressed. Sincerely, when I watched that, I thought maybe they were like part of a religious group or something, I don't know. If you guys know, please let me know. I don't know. I thought I had to go digging, to find more of their videos to see if they look like that all the time, okay? And then there were some interesting things they said there, aside the obvious part about, natural beauty, Black women accepting their natural beauty. They said something about how they were being affected by it. And then I'm curious, I wish they had talked more on how Black women choosing to wear wigs or lashes affects them. And yes, I wore my wig today and my lashes on purpose because who are you to tell us what to do, what not to do? And another thing I didn't like the way they, said was when they said Black women know, the other girl was speaking and she said that Black women already know that being without wigs and lashes and makeup is beautiful, but we have been told, we have been programmed to believe that we need these things to be beautiful. So are you insinuating that Black women cannot think for themselves? Because nobody told me. I know what I want to do. When I want to look natural, I look natural. When I want to be glam, I glam the F up. I mean, I don't cuss, but for emphasis, I had to say what I said. What exactly? Anyways, I went snooping around to see some of their videos to just understand the kind of, you know, whether they belong to a religious sect or whatever, just to know more about them. And these are the videos that I came about.
In the summer when we're outside, people are like, are you hot? They literally, are you hot? It's the summer. Everyone's hot, right?
People ask us if we're Amish all the time. No black Amish has never existed.
You don't have to ask that anymore.
Never ask that again. Mennonite, nuns.
We just don't know what to get.
So.
Muslims. No, we're not ignorant. No, we're not uneducated. Especially since we're working so hard in college right now. I know, so it's so aggravating. We talked about interracial marriage, and then we said, as young black women, blah, blah, blah. And people were like, you can't say that.
Why can't you?
Because we have to say that we're
Mixed with what?
So there's the section that say you can't say you're black. But then that breaks off into people that say you should say you're biracial.
What is biracial?
Two races, right? And then we disagree with that. And there's people that do disagree with that. Like, you can't say you're biracial. Let's say you're multi-ethnic.
But we talked about with people the one drop rule and the image you carry too. Like in America, we are white. Our moms are white. Our dads are black, so we are white. But we can't carry that image.
Well, here's what's happening. And again, it's from a lack. I think this is an example of a lack of a definition of a nation of people. So, are you white? Well, yes, my mother's white, certainly. So you could say biracial. In America, this is why I like the term African American so much, because African American, the image that you bear, not just in America, but around the world, you will not go anywhere in the world, no matter what, and they say you're white. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes people say you're not black because they can say for any reason, because how you're dressed, you're not black, or because you're not from the hood, you're not black, or because you never did whatever, you're not black. You know what I mean? And they're not saying you don't belong to this nation. Mm-hmm. They're often rather saying you don't fit my experience of what I have understood what black people are, or the media or projection of what black women are. And again, the lack is because there's no leadership defining that.
So yeah, that's a video of them talking to their dad, I believe. But I believe that should be like the father of maybe one of them or all of them. I have no idea if they are sisters. I don't know. But obviously they are being told that they are black. I have no idea if they belong to any religious sect or why they are dressed the way they are dressed. I just know that they are dressed the way they are dressed. And their hair is, in quote, natural. They have braids and a ponytail and stuff like that. And obviously they feel all black women should look and dress like them. I don't know. What happened to autonomy? What happened to you liking something and just doing it because you can? Not necessarily because you feel you're not beautiful without it. Anyway, black women had some things to say. Let's just go ahead and play some of the stitches made by black women.
I just wish the black woman knew, like, you don't gotta wear wigs to be beautiful. You don't have to wear eyelashes to be beautiful. Like, eyebrows. Like, you don't need all that. You're beautiful, like, just the way you are.
I wish we could stop having these conversations. I really, 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 really do. Like, before I decided to make this video, I really sat back and I thought, why are so many conversations about hair, outfits, presentation, like, why does it feel like so much is constantly directed at black women? Yes, racism, colorism, texturism, featureism has tried to convince black women that we are not enough and that we need to look or be more presentable, whatever that means. Yes, we can acknowledge that, but I don't like how y'all make it seem like black women are trying to assimilate. I don't like how y'all making it seem like black women are trying to appease to, like, the eyes of what society wants them to be. Why can't we just enjoy things? Why can't we just like things? Why can't we just like getting our hair done, or getting our lashes done, or getting our makeup done, or doing this or doing that? Why is it always a think piece when it comes to what we do? In these conversations, some of y'all will admit that black women are policed, and then you try to further police them in a way that you think isn't policing because you think it's the right way. How about we do this? How about we stop telling black women what they should or should not do? How about we stop telling black women that they do or don't love themselves? And how about we leave black women alone? You understand that? Period.
Wearing a wig and doing all that stuff is upholding a racist system. Some of that is racism, but some of it is also just like no one's ever satisfied with who they are. Like,
it's funny that she said it like that. Wearing wigs and weaves is upholding racism. However, all of these girls are a part of a hyper-religious group where there are black men who married and impregnated these white women to create biracial children, and there are white men. Yet no black women are in sight in this congregation except for their grandmother, who I'm sure was pulled in by one of their daddies. Ask your daddy why he didn't choose a natural black woman. Why is what they deem beautiful look nothing like you? Look nothing like black women. Show daddy in a white congregation serving a white Jesus with a white woman and then told you black, because that's what black men do when they are in these hyper religious groups. They have this, they're color struck, right? And they feel like when they have these biracial kids, those biracial kids, they preach to them, you're black, you're black, you're black. Oh wow, upholding whiteness at every level of their life. It don't make sense. Now you got these young biracial girls confused. They think they black, we black. Oh wow, not having a black experience. Oh wow, in a white congregation in the middle of Ohio. You as a biracial or white biracial presenting person will never experience or understand the vitriol black women face for their beauty, even within their own community and outside of their community. It is simply not the same. So it's easy when you have green eyes and 3C hair to say, well, natural is the best. It's easy. It's simple. I don't understand why they just want to fit in. But then again, one of the girls said she didn't get a phone until she was 20. So that kind of says all needs to be said about their social awareness.
You know, yeah, I'm going to go there. Whenever I see that conversation about, you know, black people saying that biracial people should not identify as black, you know, there's always a part of me that's like, oh, but they're part of us. You know, if your daddy is black, you're black. If your mom is black, you obviously are raised in the culture as well. You're black, da 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 da. But it is conversations like this that make it very glaring to me that a biracial person is not a black person, because your experience is different. How can you be talking about hair when you have looser curls? You don't have to go through some of the steps we with 4C hair have to go through. You know, 4C hair is like, yo, I love my hair. I wear my natural hair out a lot. I do the whole twist and braids. I do all of that. But there are some days I do not have the time to do all of that. But you with the looser curls, your hair is easier to manage to a large extent. Let's be sincere here. So when we're talking about the convenience of managing hair and why I might be in a hurry and decide to put on a wig, as opposed to you who don't have to, you could just, you know, swoop your hair and into a messy bun or whatever it is, and then do your edges. My edges take a lot to swoop down. Yours probably just, you know, it's very easy for you to do that. You don't have the same experience as me. I do not expect you to come and be asking me why I prefer to wear a wig at a certain point in my life, because we don't have the same experience. So it is conversations like this that make it obvious that your experience is different from mine, because you are not a monoracial black person, and because of that you do not have the right to speak on my experience. So yes, I'm with those people that say biracial people should not identify as black. Sorry, you're not black, you're biracial, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't expect you to deny one part of your heritage, which is the white part, because you want to claim that you're black. Accept both of them. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's not me being discriminatory actually stating this. It is the truth. So if you're coming out talking about hair and how you didn't grow up seeing your mom do that, your mom was the white woman, I'm sorry. Your mom was palm colored. Of course you didn't see her wearing wigs. Of course you didn't grow up seeing her trying to manage her hair or straighten her hair. Of course you didn't grow up trying to see her doing some certain things. You're probably even comfortable wearing your hair the way you're wearing it because your mom very likely did not even know how to manage your hair. I'm not throwing shade at these people. I'm actually stating the obvious. In most cases, we've seen a lot of these biracial people come out to drop think pieces or talk about story time about how their mothers didn't know how to take care of their hair and stuff like that. So this is something that actually happens. So you say you didn't grow up seeing your mom wearing wigs or whatever it is. I grew up seeing my mom wearing wigs. It wasn't all the time, but sometimes when she had to go to work, she would wear her wig. Sometimes she would go with her natural hair. It's just one of the things black women do. We have the ability to switch up our look. Sometimes it is for fun. Sometimes it is for convenience. Sometimes it is because we love it. And whether we like it or not, sometimes it is also because society makes us feel like that is the more acceptable thing to do. Till this very day, some people are getting discriminated for jobs and being told that they cannot wear their hair a certain way. There are even some jobs, even we in Africa, there's a certain kind of hairstyle that might be frowned upon for you to wear if you're going to be appearing on some kind of platforms, because there's a kind of image they want to present. The way you are perceived is affected by the kind of hairstyle you do. Everywhere. Black women everywhere can attest to this. Then them coming around to also talk about how black girl magic is natural, da 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 da. If you ask me, the meaning of black girl magic is subjective. It depends on you. You know what black girl magic means to you. I'm sure there's a definition of black girl magic somewhere. But to me, black girl magic is my versatility. Black girl magic is my sense of resilience. Black girl magic is the fact that I have melanin in my skin and I am not allergic to the sun and that my hair grows and defies gravity. Black girl magic is the curves of my body. Black girl magic means so many different things to different people. Who are you to come and tell us that black girl magic does not apply when you have a wig on or when you have makeup on? Like, they are really young. So I'm going to try to not be too. But you guys know what I'm trying to say. I feel like there's a lot they have to learn, and I don't think they have enough black people around them to even speak on the black experience. Because look at the podcast. The podcast is filled with people that look the same.
I just want to come on camera before I go get my wig done and put on a face full of makeup and some eyelashes. I just want to get on camera and I just want to talk to those 3 Amish girls. Maybe they were pilgrims. I don't know. Either way, I just want to talk to y'all. I just want to let y'all know that it's always somebody somewhere worrying about black people. Did your white mother not let you know that it is easier to be a black woman's friend than it is to be a black woman enemy? I'm just saying, maybe your black dad should have taught you that, and you would have understood that some conversations just are off limits, especially if you're a biracial. Baby, you're a biracial. The only thing you should be talking about is how to maintain that hair on the back of your head. Because the 2 braids with a ponytail ain't there. You get what I'm saying? Or, you know, if you want to talk about something, you probably could have talked about how hot it was sitting under all them damn lights and y'all had on all black with the button all the way up, you know? Or if you really want to talk about something, you probably could have talked about a good moisturizer. Or maybe you could have talked about how it is to be biracial. You get what I'm saying? But y'all chose to talk about black women. You're not even black. You're mixed. Okay? Your mom, she did a piss poor of a job raising you. And I just hate that for y'all. From the bottom of my
That was easy, too harsh.
heart, I really hope that y'all's podcast crashes and burn. Okay? Sincerely signed, a black woman who wears makeup and weave when she chooses to. Now, y'all have the day that y'all deserve. Bye.
Black girl magic either. Black girl magic is natural. Like, it looks way better.
I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I'm just going to read the definition of black girl magic. It's the belief that our strength and uniqueness are enough. And that they are not only enough, they are necessary. You saying that black women wearing wigs and makeup and blah, 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 that's not black girl magic. That is black girl magic. Because black women are unique. And not every black woman wears her makeup the same, her hair the same. You could roll out of bed and not have to worry about your hair. Versus me, y'all. Versus me. Listen, this is heat manipulated hair. I had to, because I was going to do a ponytail. This is a hot comb and a flat iron. My hair will never last like this if I don't manipulate it with heat. Okay?
I also think that they've talked themselves into, and they can't talk themselves out of. I think they know that being natural and being with no makeup and all this stuff is beautiful, but they've been told and they've been shown like this is beautiful.
They just been
so they
shown
can't
over
get
and
their
over.
and their mind off.
It's like, have you really experienced being a black woman? No offense to them. Like, have you really experienced being a black woman? Have you really went through of wearing your natural hair at its natural state? Not adding the little swoop-de-doop-de-doops. Just wearing your hair at its natural state. Just like y'all preach it, right? Wear your hair natural. Because natural hair girls, I can't put that. I can't put gel on my hair. Is my hair going to eat it up? I can't do that. Again, I got to manipulate my hair in order for my hair to look like hers.
Because even like we've never grown up with wigs. We've never grown up with fake eyelashes. And in our minds, we know natural. You know, we know
We've
it's
always
beautiful.
been natural, right?
We know it's the way to go. But we're still affected by it. We're still like.
And imagine if we hadn't grown up this way, how affected we'd be by it. Like if it was our moms doing it, or our sisters, or our best friend at school, like that would be.
And I've come to the conclusion that they were not talking about a real black household. My mother did not wear wigs. My mother did not wear eyelashes. Of course, y'all know on a Sunday, you gotta look your best. But my mother did not do that every single day. My sister did not do that every single day. In my house, it was...
My mother did not wear eyelashes. Actually, my mom passed away in 2012, so I don't think eyelashes were really a thing like that. They were definitely a thing, but it wasn't, getting your makeup professionally done and putting things like eyelashes and even, lace frontals and stuff like that were not even a thing then, okay? At least in Nigeria, So my mom was natural 99% of the time. She didn't even wear makeup to church. She only wore makeup maybe if she had a wedding, like an event she had to get dressed. Then to work, she didn't wear makeup as well. Once in a while, she might wear her wig, but most of the time she always had her hair braided or in a ponytail or something, her natural hair. So I definitely grew up seeing more natural black women around me.
Natural, natural, natural. Of course, heat manipulation with the hot comb, but that's about it. That is it. This is how I know they're not talking about a real black household. They're speaking on what's being put out on the internet. They seem like they were raised by the internet. And no offense to y'all have a white parent. So of course you're not going to get the full black experience. You're going to say your hair is natural because your mother probably didn't know how to do your hair. Versus somebody like me, I'm speaking on me and only me. It was natural hair in my household all the time. Natural, natural, natural. There was no wigs. There was no eyelashes. There was no nothing being shown in my household. There was no makeup every single day. But as a black woman, you are told you are beautiful just the way you are. And again, Black Girl Magic has shown us that not every black girl is the same. We are all different. We are all different. So before y'all come on this internet, go ask black women who live in black households, hey, how did your mom raise you? They're going to show you pictures. Damn, let me go downstairs. Show y'all real quick. With their hair like this.
I looked like that too as a child. Exactly like that.
With their hair like this. So please, next time y'all want to do think pieces about black girls and their natural hair. So again, sorry for the lengthy video, but again, please do further research before y'all run your mouth. That's it.
You know, there's a part of me that feels like, okay, we should not be too harsh on these people because they are really young and I don't think they're as exposed as they probably should be to be able to speak on topics like this. And next time, girls, if you guys happen to come across this video, when you want to talk about issues that affect black women, please try to get actual monoracial black people to be a part of the conversation. Because you will never really know the full black experience. Maybe if your mom was black, you know, it might be different. But even at that, you still don't have a monoracial black woman's experience. You do not have enough information to work with to go and talk about it on a podcast, if you ask me. So now, enough about coming for the messenger and let's listen to the message. Let's really dissect it because this is something that has been coming up in conversation. Black women and wigs. Everybody likes to talk about black women and wigs. Everybody likes to talk about black women and makeup and lashes and our nails and the way we carry ourselves. I know if you guys watch my channel, I hardly have my nails done, not because I don't like it, but because it's just I'm lazy. And now I have a baby, so I don't really care much about nails. It's not like I wouldn't do it. Okay, I do not have any issue with people that do nails. I do not have any issue with girls that do the whole bust down, put in the frontals and all of that. I do not have issues with girls that put on a full face of makeup every single day if they want to and stuff like that. I think, first of all, people need to stop policing black women, and everything doesn't have to do with lack of confidence. It simply could just be because we enjoy it and we like to look different every single time, every single day. Now, I wear wigs. As a matter of fact, I got new wigs recently. And why? Because I realized that on becoming a mom, I do not have as much time to care for my hair as I used to before. I do not have those hours to go to the salon and spend because my baby is really clingy. So I realized that cornrows and a wig to just throw on whenever I had somewhere to go was the best way to go. So I went and I got these wigs. And yes, I got them in different textures. I got straight wigs. I got curly wigs. I have afro ponytail that I can use. That means hair that is similar to my hair texture. I have it all. So now, is there anything wrong in women wearing this hair of different textures and stuff like that? I do not think so. As a matter of fact, I think the real issue here is, how do you feel without this hair on? Are you that attached to these wigs that you have no confidence in your natural hair? Are you that attached to these wigs or even makeup that you cannot afford to be natural or switch it up? Are you that attached to these wigs that you do not like the way you look when you take the wig off? I think that's the real question here. It's not about if you wear a wig. A lot of us have told ourselves that, oh, it's just a protective hairstyle. We're growing our hair under. We need to protect our curls. But when you, in quotes, use these protective hairstyles to protect your hair so much that you have no time to actually flaunt this hair that you are so preciously protecting, you're always on a wig, we don't get to see your hair. That is when there probably is an issue of the fact that, okay, maybe you really do not like your hair, the way it grows out of your scalp. It's a given. Black women will always manipulate their hair because society has made us feel like the way it grows right out of our scalp is not something we can just, up and go with our hair looking like that. You always will want to slick your hair down or do your edges if your hair is even in its natural state without being manipulated with chemicals or heat. We always still want to do something to our hair to make it look a little bit neater or to make ourselves not look masculine, because for some reason there's this impression that our hair in the natural state it grows makes us look masculine. There's just so much policing of black hair and black women's appearances that one way or the other we have to manipulate our looks to feel confident in ourselves. I am a victim. I'm sure a lot of black women too can relate. So when it comes to wigs, I do not see anything wrong in wearing wigs. I do not see anything wrong in wearing different colors of wigs. I do not see anything wrong in wearing different textures of wigs. But as much as I'm wearing wigs, I'm also taking care of my hair and I'm also flaunting my hair. I feel very comfortable wearing my hair anywhere. I can wear my natural hair, 4C hair that has not been manipulated with heat or with chemicals. I can wear that hair to a red carpet event. I can wear my hair to a wedding. I can wear my hair anyway, and I'm taking care of my hair naturally. I am not just using a wig or makeup as a mask so that I don't take care of myself. So I think that's where we should draw the line. If you're a black woman that wears wigs, you need to ask yourself where you draw the line. Are you so addicted to these wigs that you do not really have confidence in your hair and you never get a chance to wear your hair out? If that is the case, then you have a problem and you need to do something about that. But anyways, I want to end this video by playing this final stage because I kind of agree with some of the things that she said.
My question is, why is there always this push towards black women to accept ourselves naturally? No weave, no lashes, no this, no that. Y'all don't be doing that to nobody else.
First things first, this idea that natural beauty is only pushed on black women is not true. Muslim women, Amish women, Mormon women, all types of women, natural beauty is pushed on them. It's just one of those things. But black women's natural beauty is very important for this reason. Picture there being laws about black women covering their natural hair. Picture going through assimilation and having to press your hair to get a job. Picture being in a country and having a beauty standard that looks nothing like you and will never look like you. Black women kind of have accepted the European beauty standard, and not only that, went extremely past it out of insecurity, out of force, out of all of these things. They worked so hard to convince you were ugly. And now the hair industry is $1 billion business. The problem isn't that you want to express yourself and express your beauty. The problem is you'd rather wear a wig, a bad wig, a 40-inch wig, whatever, and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars as opposed to wearing your own beautiful afro. Y'all are falling into these European beauty standards. I just seen so many black women recently getting nose jobs, lip injections. Since when have we needed lip injections? Y'all are gonna look old and busted by the time you're 35. They have to get Botox. They had to get, lip injections. They have to do all of these things to maintain any form of youthfulness and beauty. We didn't have to do that. We are naturally beautiful and we have strayed so far away from that. Express yourself, wear your pink hair, wear your long bust downs, cool. But just make sure you're cool with you at the end of the day. Preach this baddie aesthetic, which is full of BBLs that are taking women out and spending all this money on hair that doesn't look like yours. Because trust, black women at large are not spending thousands of dollars for kinky afro hair. They're spending it to look like Malaysia and them, Indian girls and them, non-black girls in them, because that's what it looks like. But like I said, do you? It's your own journey. If you don't ever care about that, that's cool. Everybody's not going to care about that type of stuff. I just think black women are the most beautiful, and I wish that we did embrace it more.
So yeah, let me just know what you think about this whole conversation. Do you think for some reason black women are overdoing it with the wigs and the makeup and the lashes? Let me know what you guys think about this whole video, what the girls had to say, and do you guys think it's okay for them to have this conversation because being that they are biracial and they are not monoracial black women? Let me know in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.